Brooke Goldstein is the executive director of the Lawfare project and filed a lawsuit against Columbia back in February on behalf of a Jewish grad student who says the school festered a hostile environment towards Jews after October 7th. She joins us now, along with Mercedes Schlapp. And to you both, thanks for coming on. Brooke, it appears that Congresswoman Stefanik finally did break Columbia. We saw the results today. It is amazing to see the university, though, turn against the anti-Semitic mob that they so carefully nurtured there for about 7 months.
Yeah, and this whole debate about semantics, well, was it an anti-Jewish protest, or were they just screaming to kill the Jews? Which one was it? And I hate how all of this is labeled as an issue of Israel and Hamas. This is not about Israel. This is about American students being radicalized for the past 10 years at least on American college campuses to destroy America from within. We have a huge crisis in this country where you have thousands of people, not just on college campuses, but on the streets of New York, on the streets of LA. You have even on the streets of London and Paris, throughout the Western world, mobs that support Islamist terrorism, and it's coming from within. And the question is, why have we turned a blind eye to this? Why are we not enforcing our laws? And when we do enforce our laws, like the NYPD did yesterday after Columbia called them to arrest, only after the hearing, by the way, they're just going to get released back out on the street. New York is a no-bail state, and they're going to go back doing to what they've been doing before.
Yeah, and there's some of the nastiest people. Mercedes, 28 of these crazies working for Google have now been fired. I love this story. After launching protests outside the New York office, staging a sit-in at the California office, you see it here. Some even occupied the office of the CEO, Thomas Kurian, for Google Cloud for over 8 hours. They refused to leave until the cops came in and got them. And here's one of them. This is Google's policy strategist for child safety. Her name's Kate Sim. Her social media has posts like this one from December about the October 7th rape of Israeli women, where she said, "Do not be swayed by Karens and their crocodile imperial feminism against rape. It plays right into long tradition of white women weaponizing femininity, motherhood to discipline and punish men of color." This young woman had a job at Google. She lost a big money job earlier in her career to make some. I mean, what have we done to people in these universities? She went to Oxford.
I mean, purely insanity. She could probably find a job at NPR. I think they're looking to hire someone.
Yeah.
But look, the reality is that every day you hear these stories. Now, obviously, with the augmentation of these pro-Hamas terrorist sympathizers, you know, protesting at Google, protesting in these university campuses, you got to ask yourself a couple questions. Are they getting paid? Number one. Number two, this is complete propaganda that they have bought into, with the social media influences being, you know, coming from TikTok and other social media platforms. And we know that Hamas has been pushing this type of propaganda in the United States for decades. This is nothing new. It's just now exploding in the interior of our country and across the globe. They are highly organized. And let me tell you something. I spoke to a mother of a student who graduated from Columbia University, and these students, many of them, they feel like they have a target on their backs. They feel unsafe on the university campuses. They feel they can't speak up. This is creating a very unsafe situation for Jewish students across the country.
Yeah, they're training them to hate themselves is what they're training them to do. Be obedient, hate yourself, and that's what it's got to be. Mercedes Schlapp, Brooke Goldstein, I got to leave it there. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.